Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. And in this video, what we're going to be talking about is when your ex reaches out, but they won't commit. That is to say, they're connecting with you, they're talking to you, they're maybe even reaching out and initiating things with you, but they're still not committing to you. This can be really frustrating for a lot of people because I'll be honest with you, oftentimes you have to come a long way to get to this point, just getting through a lot of that reactance, getting through a lot of the emotional challenges that come with this whole process. Just to even get to this point. However, when you are here, it can feel like you're, so close, but your ex just isn't committing. Why is this happening? What's holding them back? What can we do about this? So what we can usually tell in situations like this is that they value the connection that they have with you. They value whatever sort of relationship that they do have with you. However, there isn't a strong enough of a connection or enough leverage to actually get them to commit. Now, what do I mean by this? Because building connection is obviously important. We've talked about this in many videos on this channel. We have a whole video series on advanced relational skills. You can check it out right up there. But the emotional connection is vitally important. And there is obviously some kind of emotional connection here, either that you had to build up by working to get there, like I talked about earlier, or maybe you just had this breakup somewhat recently, and there still is some sort of emotional connection that hasn't been damaged by things like damage control mode, things like that. But there is some emotional connection there, but it may not be to the point where your ex is really ready to commit, really ready to make that decision. Now, we do have the 5 stages of getting back together. Again, we'll go ahead and put that right up there as well too. But oftentimes, if your ex is connecting with you, interacting with you, reaching out to you, things like that, but they're not committing, it could be that they're either at the riding the dragon stage or, potentially also at the crisis point stage. And if they're at riding the dragon, what they need more of is that emotional connection. So that's why you want to do a lot of the things that we've talked about before, like getting into rapport, building that emotional connection, bonding with them, all that good stuff. And that is definitely something that you may need to do with those advanced relational skills, all that sort of stuff. However, when the time is right, you may actually need to leverage that connection. Before we go ahead and get into that, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button for this video if you're liking it for the YouTube algorithm, and leave a comment down below letting me know what sorts of videos you'd like to see me make in the future. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. It does help us out with YouTube a lot, so please take the time to do that if you want to support this channel in a totally free way that just takes just a moment of your time. But yeah, anyway, leverage. There is probably going to becoming a point where you may need to leverage the connection that you have with your ex. And we've seen this a lot with a lot of people, is they have a good connection with their ex, but their ex has really no incentive to take things to that next level. Now, it's not to say that we need to play mind games or play hard to get or follow some sort of arbitrary set of, rules or anything like that in order to get the outcome that you want. But we have to be real and we have to honor ourselves as well too. Most of the people that I work with want to be in a committed relationship, a committed monogamous relationship. And I'm just going to assume for the sake of this video here that is you as well too. And so what we want to do is we want to say, okay, great, if you're not committed to me, I get that, I understand that, that's absolutely okay if that's where you're at, but where I'm at is I actually do want to have a committed monogamous relationship. And if you're not in a place where it makes sense for you to commit, then maybe it makes sense for me to start seeing other people. And because you have built up that emotional connection to that higher level, and now you're leveraging that connection, your ex is probably going to be concerned that they're going to lose that connection because, again, you've built up the connection, so they obviously do value it. And so leveraging that connection at that point, at the crisis point, can actually make a lot of sense. Now, again, you don't want to do this earlier on in those 5 stages. So if you don't have that strong of emotional connection, you don't want to leverage this because they're probably just going to be like, okay, cool, goodbye, start dating someone else. And they may even still do that at the crisis point stage. However, because you do have that higher level of emotional connection, even if they do say, yeah, go on and date someone else out of stubbornness or whatever, they may need to just live with the consequence of that, of not having access to that connection with you the way that maybe they had in the past. And that can also allow them to change their mind. This is something that's really important for you to do if your ex doesn't want to commit, but they do reach out to you. We want to make sure that you are building up that emotional connection if you need to, and then when and if it makes sense, leverage that connection through strategies like what we've talked about, and also strategies that we talk about inside of our course called the X Solution Program. We've been helping people with the X Solution Program for over 10 years now, believe it or not. And we've had thousands of people go through it, lots of great testimonials and success stories and all of that. And if you're interested in potentially being our next one, please feel free to check it out over at modernlove.life/ESP. That's modernlove.life, not .com, but .life/ESP. And you can go ahead and check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. Anyway, links for that and other things are down in the description box below. Once again, if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see next from me, and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Anyway, take care, and I'll talk to you next time.